It's the one picture dotting the wall of the Hampton police chief, a photo of a murder victim who lost her life more than a decade ago. The crime stunned the small community and still bothers investigators hoping for an arrest.
The police refuse to give up even after 11 years. Channel 13's Aaron Brilbeck has tonight's cold case.
It's the only unsolved homicide in the city of Hampton. A proud grandmother, popular in the community, popular with her job, murdered right here in her own home. Now police and her family want answers. 53-year-old Roberta Bobbi Crawford was as proud as a grandmother could be, smiling and laughing as she holds her baby grandson in this home video. 9 months later, she would be murdered in her own home, the victim of a vicious attack. Bobbi Crawford was a fireball. She worked at the local community college and raised her son as a single mom. She also loved racquetball and skydiving. To her son Lee, she was more than a mom, she was a friend.
Basically, it was me and Mom. I mean, it was me and her together. All my trials and tribulations and all my emotions kind of went through her. So kind of the way I react to things comes from her, and I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and that's kind of where she was. Everything was heart on her sleeve.
Even as Lee grew up, got married, and started his own family, the two remained close.
She was kind of my sounding board. You know, if I was having problems, you know, growing up junior high, high school, if I was having problems, she was the first one, you know, I'd talk to and stuff like that. So it's one of those things you just don't have now.
Bobbi Crawford was murdered in her tiny home in Hampton on November 17, 1999. Someone cut what they thought were the phone lines, then broke in, killing her in her bedroom. Her son remembers getting the news and then the 3-hour-long drive to her home.
Not knowing, bawling the whole way, not knowing what's going on at home, what's happened, hoping something's been caught, but a 3-hour drive basically of hell.
Burglary didn't seem to be the motive. Neither was sexual assault. The next few days, Lee Crawford was in what he describes as a fog, not knowing what happened or why someone would do such a horrible thing to his mom. It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I don't, it's like that missing jigsaw puzzle of, you know, the big question is why and who, and you don't know.
Those are the questions that haunt Hampton Police Chief Ray Beltran. He keeps a picture of Bobbi Crawford on his office wall, right above a filing cabinet dedicated to her case. Chief Beltran was the first officer to respond to the scene. He found Bobbi Crawford's body after concerned co-workers called police because Bobbi didn't show up for work. He takes this case very personally.
The contact that we have been having yearly with the family, with the son, with Lee, I just can't imagine that, not having a closure.
Over the past 11 years, the Hampton police and state investigators have tracked hundreds of leads, some across state lines, but still can't make sense of this senseless crime.
It kind of consumes you. You know, you work on it, you try your best to go ahead and get some resolve, and it is frustrating.
Bobbi Crawford's grandsons laugh, wrestling around on the floor. They're growing up now, robbed of a grandmother to spoil them. Bobbi was laid to rest here at Hampton Cemetery, but her family and police say there will be no rest for them until the killer is caught and they get some answers.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I hope you can tell it's hard to talk about, but yeah, it still hurts.
Aaron Brilbeck, Channel 13 News.
Hampton police tell us Bobbi Crawford's file never has a chance to get dusty. Even after all these years, they still follow up on leads. If you have any information about the murder, please call Hampton Police. And if you'd like to learn more about cold cases throughout the state, log on to iowacoldcases.org. There is a link to that site on our website, WHOTV.com.